really wanted to follow that. That was great. All right, so who wants to hear about the time that I burned my balls? On purpose.
Ow.
Well, I made an appointment to burn my balls on purpose. I got a vasectomy, is what happened. So when you get a vasectomy, the first thing they do is they make you clean this area. Because you don't want to go in there and have some like overworked nurse just shave that shit real quick.
Ouch.
So you make it nice and clean for them, and then you go in there and they tape your dick to your stomach, and then they put a doily around your ball sack. And so when the doctor walked in, I said, I hope you ordered Rocky Mountain oysters because that's all that's on the menu.
Ooh.
He said, all right, you're one of those guys. He said, when I'm working, I like to listen to music. I said, okay. He said, do you have anything that you want to listen to? And I said, look, I want you to be as comfortable as possible. Why don't you choose? And he said, how about either 90s rap or new age music? And I said, that's crazy. Those are my two favorite forms of music. How about we go with 90s rap? So the first thing they do is they inject your ball sack with lidocaine. And it doesn't feel good at all. They do it like 700 times. And then it's all numb down there, and you're laid on your back like this. And the doctor cuts you open real quick, and then he's stitching. What they have to do is they have to cut it, and then they cauterize it. But it looks like this. In the background is Ice Cube's Today is a Good Day, so it looks like the dude's like this. And then the nurse, she's looking for something, and she's like, just looking like in drawers. But in my head, it looks like she's twerking, so it looks like I'm in my own personal rap video where the dude's just like this, and then the nurse is just twerking like this, and I'm like, what kind of fucking reality is this? Thank you, that went over smoothly. I recently went to Chuck E. Cheese, went to a kid's party there. I think Chuck E. Cheese was how the bubonic plague actually started. Because that place is a cesspool. There's just kids everywhere, just running around with snotty noses, and then there's a giant rat, scares the kids. And recently, they found the bubonic plague has emerged again in China. So I guess China has Chuck E. Cheese. Thank you. All right, this is like half-baked. This is, all of these are, actually. I never get to do comedy. This is just a hobby for me. Thank you. So, this joke is really weird and out there, but, all right. So there's two Tyrannosaurus Rexes, right? And they're both really stoned. Now, you want to know how they got stoned? Yeah, I know. Because they got these tiny-ass little hands, and they can't, like, hold a bong or a blunt or anything like that. But, you know, Tyrannosaurus Rexes breathe fire. That's what happens. They breathe fire, they start fire, and then they throw the weed on the fire, right? So, as they're getting high, they get really, really stoned, and then one looks at the other and goes, dude, you see this beautiful night sky? Do you think, like, with all these stars flying around, like, one of them will just, like, come, like, barreling into Earth and just, like, wipe us all out? But that's not the end. Life continues. There's this thing called a mammal, and it continues to grow, and then it becomes another thing, and then these aliens come down and help that thing become a species, and then they start extracting these chemicals from the Earth, but it's really us, and then they start powering their vehicles with it, and then they eventually get rid of those things, and then they go to the stars, and they go back in time and make sure it actually happens. And the other Tyrannosaurus Rex is like, dude, you are so high right now. We can't talk. All right, anyway, that's the end of my set. That was awesome. Thank you.